Well, it was supposed to be a big year for many musical artists, and our next guest, it was supposed to be the same. After all, Collective Soul was celebrating their 25th anniversary of their hit self-titled sophomore album. Will Turpin joins us now from the band. Will, 25 years, that says something so special about the band, and then enter a pandemic. Talk about how it changed, what your plans were, and how you've been able to adapt.
Yeah, well, I mean, as musicians, we get to continue to create, and we did get together a few times this summer to create some more music, recorded an actual record, and I've been at my studio, Reel to Reel Studios, a lot. So, you try to pivot and still, look at the bright side. I've got to spend a lot of time with my family. I've got 3 boys. And like I said, I've been at the studio a lot, so I've been breathing a lot of life into my studio and spending more time there. So it's one of those things that's disappointing for everyone. But we're going to continue on. We're going to look to the future. We're going to hope that 2021 is much different.
Don't we all hope that? I'm curious. So you I'm assumed, had scheduled the re-release deluxe edition of the self-titled sophomore album anyways. So was this other album something that kind of came as a result of the pandemic, or did you guys know you wanted to release another one?
Well, I mean, being in a band with Ed Roland, I mean, he's so prolific. He's always got songs, really. He really does. I might write one song over a 6-month period. He's got a whole record. So, it wasn't something that was planned. It was definitely a result of the pandemic.
And so let's talk about touring. You were hoping that, of course, 2021, as we all are, is looking a little better. I'd say a good way to kick that off would be to see you in person. And that's really the big reason why we're checking in with you today, Will. You're going to be here in the Bay Area. Your first live show back to playing, right?
First live show since the last show we did was, ironically enough, in Nashville at the Ryman Auditorium.
Nice.
It was the night that the tornado came through. We were in downtown Nashville after our show. Lights were flickering, and some of the managers, it was an after show party. Some of the managers of the bar we were at were like, "Yeah, there's a tornado warning," and of course it was a little bit after midnight, and everybody's like, "Yeah, tornado, okay."
Okay.
But literally a mile and a half away from where we were downtown, there's a tornado kicking it through, and I think that was March 14th or something like that. So that was our last show of 2020 until coming up. We got December 30th at Ruth Eckerd Hall, right there in Tampa. What a beautiful spot.
Well, we are so happy that we have Ruth Eckerd, and they've been giving artists a lot of chance to get back out there the first time. But I got to get back to this tornado. So your year has not only dealt with a pandemic, which I read did hit your home. Everyone was okay and doing okay, I've read, and also a tornado. You had a busy 2020, and not in a good way. Everyone is feeling well, though, right?
We are fine. We went to St. Augustine, Florida with some friends and came back, and they felt icky was their word, and they went to get tested. And so we came back a day after they did from Florida. So the positive to testing positive for COVID was that I didn't go see any family, my mom or anybody, because when we got back from the St. Augustine trip, we knew that we had been exposed. So we self-quarantined for a few days and then went and got tested. And still, when we got tested, I was like, oh, we don't have it. There's no way, because I didn't really feel any real symptoms. And sure enough, we went to the rapid test line. And by the time you get to the end of seeing 3 or 4 people, there's some documents, and then somebody comes and swabs your nasal passages so eloquently. And then you see a real doctor, and I'm like, I'm looking at everybody in the cars. No way, we don't have it. We don't have it.
No way.
And of course, it was one by one, he was knocking down the dominoes. You tested positive for COVID. And who's James Luke Turpin? Well, you tested positive for COVID.
Oh, and you got the positive results. Well, of course, like you said, that hasn't stopped you. You've been busy. The tour is officially kicking off on the 30th. What can fans expect, though? You were saying that you've played at Ruth Eckerd before. What's this show going to be like? Since, one, you haven't been on stage in so long. Number 2, you've worked on a new album. And number 3, Ruth Eckerd has had to make some changes as well.
Yeah, I'll start with what Ruth Eckerd did. They sent us the video of everything they're doing to be responsible in the pandemic. A lot of stuff you've been accustomed to already. They're taking your temperature. A lot of cleaning stations around. You got to wear a mask in the general areas, and they're going to seat people. They're going to space people out, so you can stay in your family group or your friend group, but you're going to be spaced out between everybody else. So we thought that was really cool, and we thought that was a great opportunity for us to get out and play. To be honest, I mean, in 25 years, I've never played less than about 50 shows in a year. And you're asking about what's it like when Collective Soul plays live. I always tell people it's a celebration, because me and my bandmates, Johnny Rabb, Jesse Triplett, and of course, Ed and Dean Rowland, we actually enjoy our time on stage, and we celebrate life, and we celebrate music together with the fans. I think it'll be a lot of the same, except maybe even more enthusiasm in the celebration of being able to be in a room and hear live music and perform live music.
Well, again, big year for the band, going strong, 25 years since that self-titled sophomore album. In closing, I want to throw this out there. I read somewhere that you made a list of music that touched you during the pandemic for Spin. I want to get your thoughts. What song of yours, Collective Soul, really stands out during this time that maybe people can listen to before they come out and see you on the 30th? Any song that really makes you think of? I end with a tough one. What can I say?
I love the opener to the Rabbit record. It's called "Welcome All Again." So when we come out there, Ruth Eckerd Hall, it'll be "Welcome All Again" to live music.
Good answer. I put you on the spot, but you nailed it, Will. I'm so glad to meet you today. So nice to talk with you. Congrats on the band's long-standing success. And of course, if you want tickets at home to go and enjoy the celebration as well, the information's on the bottom. Take care, Will. Good seeing you.
Thank you.